Well, Lieutenant, good morning.
Good morning, Nick. How you doing?
Great
to see you. Good.
Appreciate the ride to work.
No problem.
This could be the nicest Uber ever.
Great. So let me ask you something. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do and kind of some of your responsibilities right now?
Yeah, I'm Nick Schaffer. I've worked for the Sheriff's Office. Actually, this is going to be 17 years. Can't believe it.
All right. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
It goes by quick. I was actually applied when I was 18 and got hired shortly thereafter when I turned 19. And anyway, got hired as a community service deputy, and I worked in North Naples for a few years and was sent to the police academy and worked road patrol for about 9, almost 10 years as a certified deputy in North Naples, and then have been over here for the last 4 years.
So going to the Youth Relations Bureau was your choice,
right?
Okay, so you tested for it and then moved over. So tell us some of the daily functions or activities that you might do during the day.
The main thing, obviously, is making sure that we get students and staff to school safely. And so whether it's watching the pedestrian traffic coming into the school, stopping by school bus stops, making sure that everyone's doing well, that there's no issues, traffic enforcement and school crossings and things like that, making sure everyone gets there safe. And once everyone's there, make sure we get the campus locked down and that school can start and everyone can be safe.
Why don't you explain how the program started, and we'll go from there.
From what I remember actually being told by Corporal Dan Rogers, ironically, the program was actually founded in 1977 by his father, then Sheriff Rogers. And the idea is putting a deputy in a school, obviously for safety, but also to build those relationships. And I think especially on a smaller scale, hopefully steering them towards law enforcement. But as the years have progressed, the program has evolved, it's grown, the responsibilities are even more different now. So it's funny how we're seeing, across the country, these programs being developed. And right here in Collier County, it started so long ago.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
What are some of the programs that Sheriff Ramboss has instituted or that we've developed in the Youth Relations Bureau over the years, and some of them that are we're working on right now?
The biggest program is Summerfest, and Sheriff Ramboss has been so supportive and encouraging in us developing this program, and it allows the youth relations deputies over the summer when school's not in session to host programs to keep the students active and engaged when they're away from school. So one of our big programs is Hot Summer Nights, and I know we've hosted them in Golden Gate, but it's a neighborhood block party where we bring out the rock wall, a bounce house, and snow cones, popcorn, and parents can bring their kids to these events and hang out with us. And we also open up the gyms at the middle schools and the high schools. The schools are so encouraging and allowing us to do that, but to come play basketball with us over the summer, and the guys love it, helps us stay in shape. And so that's a lot of the things we do.
Tell me maybe some of the most memorable stories you have.
Anytime you get a chance to work with kids and help them along the way, that's always rewarding. But we have a program called Do the Right Thing, and I had a chance.
Many people have probably heard about it.
They have, and so students are able to, are nominated for certain acts that they commit of, with kindness, generosity, heroism, things like that. And I had a chance to host these award ceremonies. And so there's two really big stories or touching moments, I think, that really come to mind. And the school that at the time I was assigned to, 2 students volunteered their time to work in a special needs classroom, and there was some equipment that the classroom needed, and they just didn't have the funds to get the equipment. And so these 2 girls who go to church together and are in the same youth group hosted a spaghetti dinner at their church, and they raised thousands of dollars to purchase this equipment for these kids. And there was another story where an elementary boy was diagnosed with cancer, and another student in the school, that the 2 of them didn't even know each other, heard about it. He created bracelets and raised a large amount of money for cancer treatment. And this is an elementary school student that we're talking about. And so when we hear these stories, the things that we see on the news or read in the paper or on Facebook or Twitter, that all these negative things, these are the great things that are happening right here in Collier County.
And there's more even great stories like that.
Absolutely. So and you and I both, if they're happening here, then they're happening everywhere else.
Sure.
And so to be able to see that, it's awesome.
The Youth Relations Bureau and the Sheriff's Office having a push to hire Youth Relations Bureau with some recent events, and the Sheriff wanting to hire additional to fill all the schools. Right. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how somebody might be able to research that?
Right. Well, our website, colliersheriff.org, is a great place to start getting in contact with our Human Resources Department. But we are looking for highly motivated people, men and women, to come in and work with kids and receive some specialized training and have that desire, that commitment to not only make sure that these kids are mentored, but also to make sure that they're willing to keep them safe.
And some of that training is they would get hired, go through the whole training process within the sheriff's office, and then be moved into the Youth Relations Bureau.
Right, the same police academy, field training, and things like that. But once they transition over, having the opportunity to go to some of the specialized trainings that are offered for us, and whether it's working and dealing with students that have special needs, diversion programs for juveniles, and things like that. Some really great training that's offered to us when we're in here.
Can you tell us what the sheriff's office and the public school system have done in a relationship for school safety?
Well, the commitment to the student safety is paramount and always has been. And we've developed a plan in cooperation with the school in responding to any kind of threat. So we are all on the same page, that the students know what their response is going to be, the school knows what their response is going to be, and we as law enforcement officers, we know how we're going to respond.
Right. I want to thank you for giving me all the information about the Youth Relations Bureau, and the men and women that work in there do a fabulous job, and you guys should be proud of what you've done from the beginning of the program to right now.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Lieutenant, for the ride. Have a great day. Thanks. Stay safe.
You too, buddy.
Thanks.